What up, Bulls Nation? We've got a live CHGO Bulls post-game coming up right around the corner. The Bulls start the season 1-0, holding off a late Pistons comeback. Vooch came up big after a non-existent preseason. Big buckets from Modest. Josh Giddey doing his thing. We're going to break it down next. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls post-game. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That's Big Dave. Bow. BAWL Sports. Hanging out with us tonight, four-time NBA champ. Three of them with our beloved Bulls. Uncle Will Perdue.
Ladies and gentlemen.
And Queen of the Controls, the one and only Sarah Bear. What up, Sarah?
Bull down.
Bull down. CHGO Bulls postgame presented by Nikola Vucevic and Bet365. The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Nikola Vucevic and download the Bet365 app. Use promo code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
It's coming at you, Sarah, one time. Hit me! Bulls win! Again! Bulls win! One for Purdue. Bulls win! One for a bacchiotomy on Matt Peck. Bulls win! One for Dev because she's in the house. Bulls win! And one for yourself because you're so awesome. Bulls win! Let's go, baby!
Bulls win!
Get a W out here.
Shout out. Quick super chat shout out to get us started. Shout out to CHGO who just dropped a super chat saying Bulls games and Malort shots. Tonight's the night you fight your dad. I like it. I like the energy. Throw us a super chat if you're feeling happy and generous tonight, Bulls Nation, because the Bulls just got to win.
Got to win.
1-0.
An opening night win.
Undefeated, some say.
Against a playoff team,
Dude.
man.
Hey, y'all ready for this? For those of you who tuned into pregame, shout out to Modest. He got me one of my Bet365 bets.
That's true.
Over on 1.5 blocks. Made it look easy.
That's true.
Josh didn't hit 2 threes tonight.
It's all right.
I can live with that, and I can absolutely live with my pick of Pistons -3.5 backfiring.
Ooh.
You ready, y'all? I was wrong. I thought the Bulls were losing tonight. I was wrong.
What you say?
Good job, Bulls.
What you say?
Prove me wrong.
You say he was wrong.
Doesn't happen often.
It does not.
I mean,
okay.
Oh, there it is.
Hold on a second.
I missed this. I missed the pause.
Couple
Come on, Whitney
things.
Perdue.
So the Bulls win thing is different than last year. But I'm curious, did you tape that in the bathroom?
No, that's the same one.
I don't remember that part at the end, the beginning.
That's because you have. That's because
win.
me and you haven't spoken in a while. You don't remember the dulcet tones of me. That's all.
or maybe Will just only chooses to remember Victoire de Bulls from when our pal Clem was here. Shout out, Clem. Love you, buddy.
That is correct. Number two, were you saying you're very rarely wrong, or you're saying that you're wrong a lot, you just don't admit it?
No, I was saying I am very rarely wrong because I'm very rarely wrong. I was wrong tonight, though. Thought the Bulls were going to get worked by not worked, but I thought the Pistons were the better team. I thought they'd win. Shout out to the Bulls defense. Isaac Okoro, chief among them, gave Cade Cunningham some fits tonight. I thought we were going to see Cade get whatever he wanted. And look, Cade Cunningham did still have some really tough buckets tonight.
Yeah.
But he got to his 23 points on 8 of 24 from the field.
True. That's
making your opponent's superstar player work hard for their points. And I think keeping Cade in check like that was a big reason why the Bulls won this game. And after especially watching a lot of those preseason games, we were coming into this season being like, okay, Isaac Okoro's here, and they're talking about defensive identity, but, I mean, easier said than done, as you know.
Yeah, it's, and I've had the opportunity to talk to Casey Johnson or Joe Cali. They both mentioned in separate calls that, and we've heard this in the past, that the Bulls are really trying to, and not just talk about getting better on defense, but really ramp up their intensity on the defensive end. Okay? And I think that's a main reason why, they went out for Okoro, because not only was he available, but as you saw tonight, a guy that can really help him on that end of the floor. I'll be interested to see how long it really takes him to kind of fit into this offense and find his comfort and his rhythm.
Yeah.
But as long as he does what he did tonight, I'm not sitting here saying it was a spectacular effort, but what he did do, as you pointed out, is he's assigned Cade Cunningham. His job at the end of the day is try to keep Cade under his average, which he did.
He did.
Or if he reaches his average, it requires a shitload of shots.
Right, doing it the hard way.
Doing it the hard way, right? Now, the one thing we did see was, and this is going to happen because this is how good Cade is, he's going to eventually find his rhythm because the ball is in his hands so often. Right? But I think because of fatigue and it's early in the season and these guys aren't 100% yet from a conditioning standpoint, you saw once the Pistons tied it, never took the lead but tied it, he had a couple shots fall short late because of the fact that they were continuing to lean on him. And when I was watching the game and being at the game, you know, it was, I don't remember maybe one or two actual open shots. Otherwise, he was like playing with a weighted vest. And that's what you have to attempt to do on players like that to make it difficult. And then if somebody else steps up and has a really good game and beats you, well, you tip your cap and you move on because you stuck to the game plan and they did something that wasn't in the game plan. But tonight, the game plan worked. They built a big enough lead to where they could coast, and I think they got caught. And the only thing I will say is that, and this happens, this just doesn't happen with the Bulls, this happens everywhere. They went through a stretch where they got, I think, 3 offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter early. And every single shot was a 3, and they missed all 3. They were going for the home run ball because they were trying to put them away, force them to call timeout, and then empty the bench. And I have to admit, when I was driving in, Wennington brought this up because I jumped in the car right after that series, and Wennington talked about it on the radio about how did you get to where you were, attacking the basket, working inside out, shooting a high percentage, and all of a sudden it was just jack up threes. Right? And then you got yourself kind of leveled out again at the end by getting back to the rim, attacking, Giddey dumping off the Vooch, Okoro dumping off the Vooch, right? Vooch had a hell of a game.
Man,
he proved tonight how important he is to this team, at least on the offensive end of the floor.
And Dave, there were some people out there, some within these walls and some in our fellow Bulls fans chat, who were watching Vooch's preseason minutes and were like, "Oh, is this the end of Nikola Vucevic? Is this where the cliff is?"
I remember.
And I was like, maybe I'll join y'all in saying that if we're 15 games into the season and he looks like this in games that count, why don't we all wait and see what Vooch looks like in the first games that count? And look, did Vooch and the Bulls' interior defense get punked a few times tonight? Yes, of course. We've always known that will be something that happens. But how about 15 and 12 at half for Vooch? How about big buckets, big 3 down the stretch when the Bulls are clinging to that lead as the Pistons are, chipping away? Also a great 2-man game bucket he had with Giddey, late, tight game. Like, Vooch was Vooch tonight.
Vooch was Vooching. All right, Vooch was doing his thing tonight, man.
I like that. Vooch was Vooching.
Vooch was Vooch.
Thank you. Vooch. From the onset, from the first 3-point shot to the second 3-point shot, when he came off of a curl, you know what I mean, at the arc and took the ball from Kevin Huerter and pulled the 3 and hit it, I was like, oh no, we are in for something tonight because he does not do that. All right, but he was aggressive and he knew when to be aggressive. I thought he did a really excellent job on Jalen Durant because in the pregame I talked about the 2 guys they're going to have to worry about is Jalen Durant and Cade Cunningham, obviously. So you just talked about Cade Cunningham and how Isaac Okoro did a really solid job of him, at least for those first 3 quarters. Like I said, you're not going to just stop an all-pro guy. He's going to find a way to score, and he did in that fourth quarter. But in those first 3 quarters, he absolutely struggled. I mean, he finished shooting, 8 of 24, 1 of 6 from the 3-point line? I mean, you can't ask for something better than that. But with Jalen Durant, so usually he dominates on the boards. It's what he does. He dominates rebounding.
That's his game.
That's it. He got put out the game very early with 2 quick fouls. He had to go sit out. In the end of the first half, he had 0 rebounds. 0 rebounds.
That's nuts.
None. That is crazy right there. I thought he did a great job, man. And 15 points and 6 rebounds is what Jalen ended up with. And if that's what that's what you're gonna give him, then that's great, because I got a Vooch out here grabbing 28 points and 14 rebounds, shooting 11 of 18 from the field, man, and 4 of 6 from the 3-point line. I take that every single day of my life. And also in that fourth quarter, because I also talked about that part, man. Who's going to be the one to step up in the fourth for him with Kobe being out?
Right, yeah.
With Kobe out in the fourth quarter, somebody's got to take over.
But it's got
you saw Vooch do it. You saw Vooch really do it, and he did it with Josh Giddey, as you mentioned. You know what I'm saying? Those dump offs, he was hitting those Vooch floaters that he likes to hit in the lane. And Vooch was aggressive in taking the basketball and actually going to the lane and trying to draw contact, even when he stepped out and hit that little mid-range shot when the ball just went around and touched everybody. Like, Vooch did just an excellent job in that fourth quarter of calming things down for the team by just scoring the ball.
So I'll just make this statement as a former player, okay?
4 titles.
And
super flex.
I think what people are forgetting in the Vooch situation, he played a lot of basketball this summer.
He did.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you like it or not, he was coasting in the preseason.
Yeah.
There was no doubt about it. The only thing as a player that he was concerned about was his conditioning in the preseason. That is it. And Billy allowed him to do so. But you knew, because of his professionalism and his pride in how he plays, that he was going to be ready to play. Listen, did he shoot too many threes? Yeah, but he actually made them.
Yeah, 4
right?
of 6,
So
man.
4 for 6?
Yeah.
But that's okay, because
Yes.
on one of those nights when he is making them, and 2 of them when he was shooting him, I was on the other end. I mean, it was dead on, right? Top of the key. So I like it when he trails on the break and they pass him the ball. The defender doesn't want to come out, because more times than not, that defender's used to being a rebounder, 1 foot in the paint at all times. I have no problem with him shooting those shots. Now, if we get later in the season and you look and he's only shooting 32%, that's different.
Right.
But remember, he came here off of a 41 or 42% three-point shooting season.
40.
You mean when the Bulls traded for him
Right.
with Orlando?
yes.
He was shooting just above 40% when they made that trade.
So he has that ability. Now, he hasn't been able to follow that up. But this is what you see of what Vooch can provide on this team, okay? Now, I saw somebody in the chat said,
Hey, chat.
let him play and get his value up. I agree with that 100%. He's not part of this future of this team.
Correct.
But at the same time, all I know is that these guys should be focusing on winning games, okay? Because last year, we all, regardless of what was said by the Bulls, we all talked about development. Now, we're past the development stage, right?
If there was one, but yeah.
Okay, exactly. But let me ask you this question tonight. Of everybody that played tonight, okay, even P. Will, is there anybody on this roster that we're sitting here going, well, jury's still out on this guy. We don't know what he can do outside of Modest.
Outside of Essengate as well, because we don't know. He's a rookie.
Yeah, but he didn't play.
Exactly.
I'm talking about guys that played and guys
That
are
we
in the
saw
rotation.
play tonight. Is the jury still out?
No, those
Anybody, is the jury still out, undecided on the verdict?
I mean,
outside of Modest.
I guess you could.
You can argue with Goro.
I might, and look, he only played 6 minutes. Billy went basically 9 1/3 with his rotation tonight. Dalen Terry. Okay. I'm curious to see what Dalen Terry shows us this season. He is also not as much attention drawn to him, but also on an expiring deal. But yeah,
yes,
so,
but I think I know what he is.
You think you know? Yeah, fair enough.
He's a defender. He's an energy guy. He's going to have a night where he goes, 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and he goes 3 or 4 from the corner threes, and then he's going to have a night where he goes 0 for 7, 0 points, 3 turnovers, 5 fouls.
My stat line, yes.
But he's just the effort is the one thing that will always be consistent. And I'll say this, and no disrespect, but then people are like, oh, you're disrespecting. The one thing that he has proven to me that I didn't think he really was an NBA player. But where he belongs on a team is probably where he was in the rotation tonight.
Yeah, 10th man.
And then when somebody gets hurt, he moves up. When somebody else gets hurt, he moves up. But you know with his effort, he will be ready to play. What you don't know is what the ultimate result will be. You know what the effort will be. You just don't know what the ultimate result will be. And at the end of the day, he'll help you win more than he'll create losses.
That's true.
That's true. Another name who we did see some tonight that I could say is still on that, I don't know who you are, Jalen Smith, the guy backing up Vooch without Zach Collins for the next month. We can touch on that and plenty more to get to from tonight's game after our first ad break right here. Thank you all for being here, Bulls Nation. Hit that like button if you haven't done it yet.
600
Throw super chat if you're feeling happy and generous tonight. Make sure you're subscribed to that CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Here are some words from our friends and sponsors. We'll be right back.
Hit the like. 4 titles. Be good. It's fine to be good. It's cool. Be great. That's better than being good. But what you need to be, ladies and gentlemen, is ultra. Be ultra magnetic, and the only way you can do it is with a cold, awesome Michelob Ultra. Once it hits your lips, oh man, the delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. And you can cheer on your team with a frosty cold Michelob Ultra. Well, what makes it ultra, Dave? Thank you for asking me that. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's a superior, smooth taste worth playing for. And guess what? Michelob Ultra is the official American beer sponsor of your Chicago Bulls. Superior game meets superior taste. A cello. No matter what you're playing for, ladies and gentlemen, you should do one thing. Make it superior. And the only way you can do that is with a frosty cold Michelob Ultra. Michelob Ultra, be ultra magnetic.
Tonight's show also brought to you by Bet365. And now with the Bet365 early payout offer, you're a winner if your football team goes up by 17 points with an instant payout on straight bets and parlay selections marked as winners. So download that Bet365 app and use promo code CHGO365 when you sign up, because when you do that, you're also going to take advantage of that new sign-up offer of $200 in bonus bets when you place your first $5 bet. Heck, put it down on our next Bulls game on Saturday night. Make yourself a bet there. $200 in bonus bets as soon as you make the first $5 bet. Win or lose, don't matter. And with football season in the thick of things, Thursday Night Football has a $10 safety net bet. Sunday Night Football, get in on the $365,000 jackpot. And, of course, Monday Night Football, 50% super profit boost tokens on same-game parlays. What are you waiting for? Download the Bet365 app today. Use promo code CHGO365 when you sign up. Must be 21 and older. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. CHGO Bulls postgame rolling along on Wednesday night. Bulls edge out the Pistons. Holding off that Pistons comeback.
1-0.
Peck, Big Dave, Uncle Will, 4-time champ. Sarah on the controls. Dev hanging out. We'll hear from Goat shortly, live from the UC. We were talking about the big game that Vooch had before the break, and then his main backup until Zach Collins gets healthy, Jaylen Smith. Tale of two different players in two different games tonight. Hannibal saying Jaylen Smith was horrible, man. Put up so many bricks that I thought I was at a building site. Yeah, that's rough. Brutal night for Jaylen Smith, says Mr. Fancy Pants. Rob saying those Jaylen Smith minutes were brutal. Get well soon, Zach Collins. Yeah, not the best night for Jaylen Smith. Big Dave, it got to a point where I can't remember which one of the Jaylen Smith moments it was tonight. One of the many times he got posterized, or a clang of a shot, or failing to come help from the weak side. Like, there was one moment tonight where I just had enough of Jaylen Smith, and I was like, yo, Jaylen, take a seat. And he did. And the person Billy sent out there for Jaylen Smith was Patrick Williams. And I was like, okay, Lee. At least Pat's doing some things tonight.
Yeah.
So that's where I was with my Jaylen Smith feeling tonight. I'd rather see Pat out there.
I mean, no, he didn't have a good game. He came out immediately shooting threes. He was 0 for 5 from the three-point line. That's pretty telling of him, because that's kind of his game, is the pick and pop or the pick and roll. And if the pop isn't going, then the roll ain't rolling. Like, it's just really like that with him. But we're going to need him to be better, because he's going to be out there for the foreseeable future until Zach Collins gets a little bit better, or unless Billy gets more creative with what he wants to do with the lineup. He can cheat and run a small ball. Like you said, he can run Lee Patrick out there and see if he wants to, play center, play some small ball. He can do that. He honestly, like you said, did that tonight with having Jalen Duren or having Beef Stew out there. You can get away with that, with having him out there like that. But he went with Smith. I don't have a problem with him going with Smith. I don't have a problem with him playing again, because he doesn't really have a choice. in the real manner. I don't think he'll be that poor again from the three-point line, but he struggled. He struggled in this game, man. He really did, and I hope to see a better effort from him because the next team they have to play is going to be another tough team in the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, listen, there's something going on there because I noticed this in a preseason game. When he comes out at halftime, he's got a heating pad on his knee.
Okay.
And it's almost like he's got the heating pad with the ace bandage.
Oh, man.
Right?
That's the Peck special.
Story of my life.
That's the Peck special right there. That's the Peck special.
You can't see the ice pack because my body is covering it right now.
Man, come on. That's it.
But it's – I'm not going to necessarily give him a pass, but when I came to the last preseason game against Minnesota,
okay,
he obviously played a lot better. He was moving better. He was more active. He seemed quicker. Tonight he seemed to step slow. Like you said, he was late on the rotations, didn't have lift on his shots. I mean, I think all 5 of his threes were short. So I'm under the impression that there's something going on physically with him because, like, he came running out again tonight and in that Minnesota game with that heating pad on his knee, right? Now, I understand some players do that, but very rarely do they do that while they're warming up.
Yeah, true.
So I'm curious if there's something from a physical standpoint in his situation. So we'll have to wait and see what happens against Orlando because one thing is Orlando will be another physical team.
Yes.
And I'm very excited about the Orlando game because what's probably more so than any other team is Orlando plays with a huge chip on their shoulder.
Yes, they do, all the time.
They talk trash. They back it up. They're very physical. And they personally believe they have the Bulls' number.
Yeah.
So they will play a very confident style of game regardless of how it goes at the beginning. They will still feel like they're going to find a way to win. So now another tough game, a day off, travel, play the Magic. So I love the schedule and how tough it is at the beginning. It's unfortunate that Kobe's not playing, but it's testing the mettle of this team.
And it
right?
came throh tonight, with that.
I mean, those guys could have folded when the boulder started rolling downhill, and all of a sudden that 23-point lead was chipped down to 7, 5, 3. Oh, Big Dave went, it's a ball game. What was that, about 2:45 to go?
Yeah, it's a ball game, baby.
And they tied it up. But
buckle up.
They were never able to actually take the lead, and the Bulls were able. It's the old bend but not break.
Yes.
And credit to the Bulls for winning a tight game that could have easily gone sideways on them in that fourth quarter. We saw them pull out a bunch of improbable wins down the stretch last season. Whatever this team is lacking in talent, they certainly have stones to make big plays late in close games, and credit to them for it. Just before we move on to talk about, Modest and Josh and everybody else we saw tonight, a few other people. TR recommending that Purdue can suit up in place of Jaylen Smith's minutes. I think somebody else also said that.
Well, it's too early to sign a 10-day, but you can sign. I mean, they got the cap, right?
Caden or Cotton in the chat also saying Purdue should suit up and take Jaylen Smith's minutes.
I'll give you guys a cut.
Hey. Oh, now we in. Let's go. Hey, now we're talking.
Now we got a stew going.
You know what I'm saying? Now we got a stew, baby. Let's go.
Speaking of stew, let's talk about Moz for a second. Obviously, the player that most Bulls fans are most excited to be watching all season long, around rooting for W's for the team. I'm rooting for modest W's. I'm rooting for layers of growth from Modest Buzelis, who I am hoping is this team's cornerstone franchise player for years to come. He had kind of an up and down game. I think he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar on defense a couple different times tonight. We also saw him make 3 blocks tonight.
Trace.
You're welcome. Anybody who told me to take the over on Modest blocks tonight.
Hello.
Finished with 21 points. Didn't hit any of his threes, including he had like what could have been a dagger 3 late in the game. He got a good look at it and missed it. But what that means is he was 7 of 9 inside the arc and 7 of 7 from the free throw line.
Yes. That part.
I will happily take a 21-point night from Modest that way anytime.
Yep.
Even if he missed all of his three-point attempts. I mean, it wasn't just the beneficiary of Modest made a good cut And then either Trey Jones or Okoro or Josh, a bunch of different teammates fed him and rewarded him for making good off-ball cuts tonight. And a lot of those finishes are posters and beautiful and pretty.
Sure.
He had a couple takes to the rack himself tonight.
Yeah.
With, that high dribble, the sham god dribble, the Euro steps, the finger rolls, going glass.
Pretty.
Some of the things that we saw him do in preseason, he carried that over into tonight, and respect to the way he got those 21 points.
Yeah, respect, man. And my favorite number was 34 because that's how many minutes he played tonight.
More, Billy.
Awesome stuff.
Play him 40. Where's Tibbs when you need him?
You know what I'm saying? Like, let him get out there. The only reason he probably only sat him because he rolled his ankle.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh, boy, did my heart stop a few beats.
Not a fun moment, sir. Oh, my goodness, man.
Loud.
Dude, declare. Verklempt. Oh, man, that was tough. But overall, I really liked what I saw because what I saw from him tonight was little plays where the game just looked easy for him. Like, when you look at a superstar play, and, and Will Perdue can attest to this, when you look at a superstar play, they make plays that just make it look easy and simple. Tim Duncan did that all the time. Basketball just looked easy to him. Jordan did it all the time. James Harden's done it. Steph Curry's done it. Kevin Durant, oh, my God, I watched Kevin Durant do it yesterday. Like, mid-ranges look like layups, to him. Man. It just looked easy. Modest was doing just a couple plays where I was like, oh, that's way too easy. The layup he had with the left hand on the other end where he just, Euro stepped the cat and he went up with the left and the guy tries to block it and Miles just kind of looked down at him like, oh, okay. He just flipped that up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to score 2 points right here. It just looks simple, to him. It looked very easy for him. I love the way he's using his size now also. That extra weight that he put on in the offseason, you saw it help him a lot. Because that's how he got to the line. And not only got to the line, but made the free throws. So it's not just about getting there. It's having, still having the strength and the endurance to hit your free throws. And he hit them all. 7 free throws is huge. Huge difference between 15 points and 25 or 23 or however you want to do. That's what free throws will do to you. And every star does it. That's how it goes. So that's the level I'm watching him on. I'm not watching him on is he good? You know what I'm saying? We already know he's good. I got that part. Can he be a star is the level I'm watching. Is basketball simple to him on certain plays? And I saw a couple plays tonight, Matt and Will, where it just looked kind of simple to him.
Stones for a young guy to make all of his free throws in a, nerves kind of environment, like an opening night, home court, Purdue. Like, Maz going 7 of 7 from the line matters a hell of a lot on a night when it was a tight game and the Bulls, one of the advantages they had against Detroit was efficiency at the free throw line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, listen, there was somebody pointed it out, and I apologize. I'd love to give him credit, but it was something that reminded me of something I wanted to talk about. There was a situation in the first half where during a timeout, Modest attacked the rim, fell to the floor, and as he popped up to walk to the free throw line, he just kind of went by and slapped Vooch 5, but Vooch grabbed his arm. He wanted his attention. Mm-hmm. And he said something to him. You saw Modest shake his head, yes. So I think it might have been because I was at the game. I couldn't see on TV. Maybe somebody read his lips, but I think it was something in relation to, put the ball on the deck, attack the rim.
Yeah.
So as you point out, the biggest thing that I like about Modest is the aggression that he plays with, right? The lack of fear.
Yeah.
Taking guys on at the rim.
Correct.
I talked about why we were watching the end of the game, and I noticed in the preseason, and I've also noticed tonight, he still doesn't have the ability to get by somebody. He still doesn't have the ability to break guys down consistently. Occasionally he takes advantage of a link and gets by somebody. But, he doesn't, like Cade we were talking about, he's not as crafty.
Yeah.
He's still trying to figure some stuff out,
Correct.
When he has the basketball. But what he doesn't do is allow that to affect how he puts his stamp on the game.
Yeah.
And as long as this team continues to play up-tempo, that plays right into his wheelhouse. His three-point shot will continue to get better.
Yeah.
But also you'll see as he matures, his shot selection will get better, and it won't be just, hey, every time I'm open, I got to shoot it.
Right.
He'll learn how to pass on shots, ball fake, find the open man, put it on the deck, much like Giddey does. So I think at this moment, he's got two great leaders in Vooch and Giddey, because I don't know if a lot of you guys saw at the end of the game when I was here with you guys, when he went to the free throw line, he was yelling to everybody, switch 1 through 4 screens. At least this team was talking and knew what they were supposed to be doing as they went down to the other end, because they were voicing and communicating. And that's something I don't think they really did a good job of last year.
Oh, completely agree. And it was a whole different kind of team watching them out there on the floor, because they had Josh Giddey even mic'd up. So we were able to hear some of that stuff. And you're right. He was calling out back screens. You know, he's telling guys where to be on rotations, man. Like, he's telling guys where to be. Like, all that communication was going on. It was
put
awesome.
a mic on a guy, he knows he's being mic'd. It forces him to talk. We need to have all 5 guys.
I was going to say, I wonder if, and like, dude, I watched that same little segment they played coming back from commercial. I was like, Josh doing a lot of talking on the defensive end.
He was talking, man.
I wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that he knows he's mic'd up right now.
Well, then put another one on him for the rest of the 81
But even still,
games.
like, and that's all not me taking a dig at Josh. Like, Purdue, you got the right answer. Put a microphone on all of them.
All of them.
Hey, everybody talk on defense.
Essengate too.
We got to knock out another quick ad break here. When we come back on the other side, the GOAT's going to join us live from the UC with his intel for the postgame locker room. Hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed, y'all. Ads. Today's show brought to you by Mando. Fall's here, Dave. It's getting a little crisp in the air. I put the Berks away today. It was sad. But if you're like most guys, you're still putting in hard work when the fall weather hits, and that means, sweat. Don't let body odor sideline you. Mando is clinical strength sweat control. One swipe and you're good to go. It controls both sweat and odor for 72 hours. And after just 12 hours, underarm sweat was reduced by 92%. This stuff works. Deodorant, Mando deodorant is re-engineered to stop odor before it starts. It doesn't just mask the odor, it prevents it. 100% of study participants experience all-day odor protection. Check out the Mando starter pack, perfect for new customers, that comes with the solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, and free shipping on top of all of that.
5 things.
Just head to shopmando.com. That's shopmando.com and use promo code CHGO when you check out to get 20% off site-wide with that exclusive code. Again, CHGO promo code at shopmando.com. Smell fresher, stay drier with Mando.
And big shout out to my man Ray Chevrolet, because we've got sweeter deals that are sweeter than candy that sound so awesome and fine and dandy. And this Halloween at Ray Chevrolet, that's where you can find those deals, and they are in Fox Lake. Come in today to shop the No Tricks Just Treat sales event and drive home with 0% financing, $0 down, and no payments until 2026, and 0 hidden fees on select new Chevy models. Or check out their selection of over 125 vehicles priced under $20,000. With one of Chicagoland's largest Chevy inventories, you are sure to find the perfect vehicle for yourself. One of the top-selling Chevy dealers in the Midwest is what they are, so they're able to keep their prices competitive, so you know you're going to get a great deal. It's awesome. Don't miss out on the No Tricks Just Treat sales event going on all month. With 0% financing, $0 down, and no payments until 2026, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, they are Ray Chevrolet, and they are in Fox Lake. RayChevrolet.com, because they've been serving the community since 19.
And we're back. CHGO Bulls postgame rolling along. CHGO Bulls postgame, of course, powered by Nikola Vucevic and Bet365. Peck, Big Dave, Will, 4-time champ Perdue, hanging out. I heard a jingle before we went into that ad break, Sarah. Do we have a certain GOAT ready to talk to?
I heard a jingle and a jangle.
Let's go. I love the jingle. I love the jingle. The jangle.
Jangle. She got to get it together, man.
Oh, she's
ready,
working
man.
on the jingle jangle.
Yeah, she's working on it. You know what I mean? That's how champions do. But can I still talk about Modest while she's doing this?
Oh, okay. Well, you can keep talking about it when we bring in the GOAT.
I'm ready to go with Modest, but hit me.
That's where he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Joining us on the GOAT Talk Hotline, presented by Michelob Ultra. The delicious taste of victory deserves something equally superior. Cheer on your team with Michelob Ultra. It's that Michelob Ultra GOAT Talk Hotline. Our guy, Will the Go Gottlieb, joining us from the UC. Bulls are 1-0, GOAT. We saw the Bulls lead by as many as 23 tonight and then stave off a furious comeback by the Pistons. What was the message from Billy Donovan after this one? You love to get the win, but did he love the way that they had to hang on to it for dear life at the end?
Yeah, I mean, I think they really liked the way they started the game. They were playing fast. They were playing with physicality. They were getting steals. They were getting deflections, getting out in transition, doing all the things that they've said that they've been wanting to do all of training camp. And instead of going down by 15, they were up by 15. built up a 23-point lead there in the first half. And the Pistons were going to make a run at some point, but I think the way that the Bulls held on was pretty encouraging. That's not something that they were always able to do last year. Oftentimes they were the one that was making the late push. And when you have that momentum on your side, it's a little bit, maybe not easier to pull out one of those games, but you just have that extra momentum pushing you through to the finish line. Coming back, when you're up and a team is coming back against you, I think that can be a bit of a challenge. I'm actually curious what Will would say about that. But I think the Bulls were obviously very happy with how they played. And, it wasn't perfect. I think there are a lot of things that they wanted to correct. But certainly with the way that Vooch bounced back from, a preseason that, he even knows was not his best. But to see the way that he played, and then Modest obviously doing his thing, it was just a really strong first outing, I think. 1-0, first time in, I think, since 22-23 season.
Goat, we didn't talk about Trey Jones yet, and I was just really impressed with what he did out there for the Bulls. He definitely stabilized them. You saw him running a lot of the half-court offense. Billy was very comfortable having the ball in his hands and having Josh Giddey play off ball somewhat more than I've seen him play off ball without a guy like Trey Jones there. Can you talk about his game and what Trey Jones can bring to this team while a guy like Kobe White is out?
Yeah, pace, taking care of the ball, putting pressure on the rim. I mean, this dude is 6'1", and he's just finishing over like Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Duren at the rim. He's somebody that just like makes these really crafty plays. And I think, Giddey's going to get a lot of attention because he's got the ball in his hands a lot, but the way that teams load up on him, the Bulls really need someone to take pressure off of him and to run offense when he is being shut down, as much as teams can. So I really appreciated the way he played. He had a couple of really big steals, I thought, too. And just he's a very mistake-free player. And I think you can't have too many of those guys, especially when you're playing as up-tempo as the Bulls want to. So I know the last couple of possessions, Billy was saying that they were trying to pick on matchups a little bit with the Trey and Vooch pick and roll that they were attacking at the end of the game. And just having that secondary point guard out there, I think, is huge.
This is my first time saying this all season. Ladies and gentlemen, Will Perdue.
I'm curious, Goat. We were talking about that because, I was at the game, so I didn't know they had Giddey mic'd up. But where you guys sit, you're fairly close to the action. Were they talking loud enough to where you could actually hear them on the defensive end of the floor where you were sitting?
Not at all. Unfortunately, I would have loved to, but we're, I think, a little bit too far away to hear that.
But
Any good insights? You probably know more than I do.
What's that?
He said you probably know more than he heard more.
I said I would love to hear, if there was anything good on the broadcast, because I wasn't able to hear it.
I mean, you'd have to ask these guys, but being at the game, you're at the game. I thought the body language was good as far as their approach when they started the game, but somebody talked about it in the questions, and we talked about can you say that the Bulls were actually physical? They played with physicality. Could you, being in your position, could you be a little more descriptive when you're talking about the physicality that you liked from tonight's game?
Yeah, I think the way that Okoro was guarding Cade, for example, very physical with him at the point of attack. He kind of got loose a little bit there in the fourth quarter, but I thought he did a really good job just pressuring him, making sure that he felt his presence every time they were getting into action. The Bulls don't have any real elite rim protection. I think Modest is somebody that can really clean up a lot of the mess, but he's not someone that you're anchoring your defense around because he's not a center. So you're not, running like a high up to touch pick and roll scheme with him or, dropping him back because he's just not involved in those actions all the time. And so he needs to help out there. But I think the big thing is just stopping drives before they happen. And the way that Okoro was able to put, physical presence onto Cade, I thought really helped the Bulls get off to a good start. So I like the way that he played. And then I also think that there's an element to it on the offensive side too. Joe Cowley made this point that the couple of dunks that Modest had there in the fourth quarter, those are plays that are physicality plays where you're going up and putting the ball, through someone's hand into the rim. Those are momentum building plays. Those are, swings where you can really build on that. And so I think it's, the defensive side, the rebounding stuff, I think that's probably the vast majority of it and the key where the Bulls really need to focus. But I do think those sort of highlight reel offensive plays where you are having a big physical impact on a possession. I think that really goes a long way too.
So, contrary to popular belief, Goat, Vooch ain't dead. Seems like he had some choice words to say in the postgame locker room tonight about people commenting about his age, whether it be in his media day interviews before and or after. Maybe he was just taking it easy in those preseason games, but I mean, he looks like the guy who was putting together an all-star case last season.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, I just wasn't worried about him. Like, we know he had a long summer playing with Montenegro where he was playing a ton of minutes. We know he's somebody that takes really good care of his body, and we know how effective he was last year. I was not going to let 4 preseason games really sway my opinion on him. I wasn't all, those things can be true, and also maybe not expecting a 28-point, 14 rebound outburst from him where he's walking into threes, hitting everything. He played an awesome game. I do think he kind of heard the noise. I do think he is aware of how he played. But for me, like, I just was going to give him some time in the regular season to go out there and prove himself again, because that's what he's done his whole tenure with the Bulls and his whole career. So, it is one game. I don't think he's going to do 28 and 14 every night. But I think having him out there, being in the right place at the right time, being a presence defensively, if not somebody that's going to like really alter shots, like just being in the right spot at the right time, having a hand up, and then closing out possessions with defensive rebounds. That's really big for the Bulls. And then on the offensive side, trailing in plays, keeping the ball moving side to side, making big threes, stacking closeouts, doing all the things that we know he can do. Great game from him, especially against a very physical front court in Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart.
Go, can you talk real quick about what you saw from the bench as far as the rotation is concerned? We saw Kevin Huerter come off the bench. Okoro started, but we saw Huerter come off the bench, get 15. We saw Ayo Dosunmu continue to play well. We saw him in the preseason playing well. I think he had 14 tonight. Bulls went 10 deep, 10 deep tonight
10 deep.
With, I think, Dalen Terry with getting about 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Just tell me about the rotation and how you feel it was used tonight, and do you expect it to be this type of rotation as the season goes on?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting, right? We did not see any of Julian Phillips, obviously no Essengay as well. Javon Carter was playing a ton of minutes in the preseason. He was out of the rotation. And really it was 9 players through the first basically 3 quarters. Dalen Terry got in for the first time with a minute 15 left in the third quarter. So he only played 6 minutes. It was really those 4 off the bench, Ayo, Huerter, Patrick, and Jaylen Smith. And obviously no Kobe, no Collins. That's going to change when they're whole. But I just found it a little bit interesting because Billy's been talking so much about like having to go 10 deep and utilizing their depth. And yet we still saw basically a starter's workload from Huerter and Dosunmu off the bench. Okoro only played 22 minutes, less than both Huerter and Dosunmu. So Billy, I think, just kind of rides the hot hand a little bit, and whoever he feels is playing well, he's going to give them runway. But to have multiple different looks, multiple different weapons that you can throw in there, I think it's going to be a game-to-game thing. And that's really what he's been saying all along, is like, we're going to change with matchups. We're going to change against certain teams depending on, who we feel best. And maybe we'll, go young some points. Maybe we'll go tall. Maybe we'll go small. I think they're just going to be sort of this committee where they're able to make decisions based on their opponent. And tonight it was obviously Dalen getting those 6 minutes. Maybe next game it's Julian Phillips, or maybe Noah gets some run at some point. But we'll just kind of have to monitor this as, it's just one game. You've got like a full slate of 82 here to figure out what's going on with these rotations.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Go, did my eyes deceive me, or was Billy a little more patient tonight with his timeouts, letting this team play through some questionable stretches in the game?
I think he was, and it paid off. I think like the last possession where he was able to challenge Giddey turning the ball over with like however many seconds to go that was. I mean, that could have lost them the game. And Billy after the game said that he only felt comfortable using that challenge there because he had the additional timeout in his back pocket. So even if they lost that play, they'd still be left with a timeout. So I think that it worked out for him. I think also like the way that the Bulls play of like trying to shock teams, trying to shell shock teams with their pace and getting up the court. I mean, they were across the timeline in like a second and a half on so many possessions today on made shots from the Pistons. I think they can take advantage of the fact that teams are not going to be ready for them by the time they're across the court. And so, could they drop a play where Billy Donovan, creates some cool ATO and get somebody an open look? Yes, but I don't think this is a very good half court team. They're trying to manufacture ways to stay out of the half court. And so I think not calling a timeout there actually can help them because it allows them to play in their semi-transition.
All right, go. Before we let you go and go to our next ad break, we got to get your nominee for Goon of the Night because we're talking about a Bulls W right now.
This is a big one.
I'm going with young Modest Buzelis. He had the 2 big dunks, but also like had the bad ankle sprain. That didn't look good. He kind of played it off after the game and doesn't seem like it's too serious. He obviously was able to stay in, but just having those kind of like big highlight reel plays, I think that really gave the Bulls the momentum they needed to close out a close game.
I love it. Goat, we appreciate the time and the insights. Bulls Nation, follow him for his Bulls reporting and updates. Will_Gottlieb. Read his stuff, allchgo.com. Instant reactions up now. Make sure you are a diehard so you can read all of the very best of Goat's reporting. Buddy, we appreciate you. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you guys then.
Peace.
All right, with that, let's knock out our last ad break. We'll come back. We'll hear from a couple people from that Bulls locker room. Find out who the Goon of the Night is. Get to some of y'all super chats and more. Hit the like button.
Hit the like for Sarah. Chicago Sports Network is the official TV and streaming home of the Blackhawks, Bulls, and White Sox, broadcasting over 300 live games per year. CHSN offers the All Access plan, which is $29.99 a month. That gives you access to all the games and programming on the network, and individual team plans, $19.99 a month. That gives you access to the games of the teams that you select. You can sign up to watch CHSN at chsn.com, or you can watch via the CHSN app, which can be downloaded on Apple and Android devices, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, and Samsung TV. CHSN is also available on Xfinity, DirecTV, DirecTV Stream, and Fubo. Visit chsn.com for more details.
Today's show also brought to you by Game Time, the best ticketing app in the industry. Game Time gives the advantage back to the fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few easy taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Doesn't matter if you're looking for tickets to the next sporting event in town, concert, comedy, theater, whatever you're looking for tickets for, Game Time has it. And speaking of those Game Time guarantees, they also have their lowest price guarantee, which means that if you find the same ticket, same seat, same event on a different site for a cheaper price, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference.
Dang.
That's how confident they are, knowing that you will always find the cheapest price on Game Time. Plus, your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Awesome. So what are you waiting for? Take the guesswork out of buying tickets. Download the Game Time app today, create an account, use promo code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem with promo code CHGO to get $20 off. Tap, ticket, go, download the Game Time app today because Sarah Bear, what time is it?
Game Time who?
She was ready.
Ready for that.
CHGO Bulls postgame rolling along late Wednesday night, breaking down the Bulls' season opening win against the Pistons. You know, AK's got to be happy. They protected home court tonight.
Got that right.
Good job, everybody.
1-0.
Way to make AK a happy camper. See how long it lasts.
I'm a happy camper.
I'm glad you're happy.
1-0,
I'm a happy
dog.
camper too.
I won.
I've accepted the fact that this Bulls team has no interest in lottery balls, so let's get some W's.
I'll take the W.
Whee!
Yes. Winning's good.
Goat was able to track down a handful of Bulls players in the postgame locker room, and also shout out to our guy Carm, CHGO Bears. He was hanging out.
He was.
The man is an addict. He can't get away.
Hey, I don't blame him.
He doesn't work to cover the Bulls for CHGO. He's doing this voluntarily.
That's it.
A true sicko. We got a word from Modest Buzelis in the Bulls locker room tonight, Sarah. Let's go ahead and play a little bit of that. Give a little taste of Modest to our fellow Bulls fans and Bulls Nation out there.
Let's go.
Yeah, we've been emphasizing that we got to start faster. Like, we can't be lackadaisical coming into the games. We got to be ready and just go out there and compete right from the jump.
Can you talk about the depth on this team? It looks like that might be one of the big advantages that you have over some other teams.
Yeah, we have great players on our team. I believe everyone's a great player on this team. Everyone knows their role. Everyone wants to play with each other, and they're excited.
How's the ankle?
It's good. Yeah, I just rolled it a little bit. It's nothing, honestly. Just iced it. It's fine.
We were asking Billy about like back cutting and that being a bigger part of your offense this year. Does that like come naturally to you? Has that been an emphasis on the team? And obviously it led to a couple big dunks for you. Can you just kind of walk us through those plays?
Yeah, I just read the game honestly. I never really was a cutter in the beginning, but once I realized like it opens up the floor, it creates movement on offense, I started to do it. So.
And can you just walk us through those 2 big dunks that you had in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, so I used to actually drove baseline. That kill cut is always open. He hit me, but he blocked the shot actually. He blocked the dunk, and I just pushed through, finished it. And then the other one was Trey driving, right? And that lob, the low man is always not really aware of what's going on sometimes, and if you back cut them, the lob is always there. And Trey's a great passer, so I knew he was going to throw it.
Modest, when the one with Isaiah, I think he had 2 or 3 blocks at that point. Do you know it's him, or do you just it's a body and I'm just going to jump over?
I'm not really worried who's there. I'm athletic enough to finish over anybody, so I don't really care who's there.
It's only game 1, but how important was it to be able to be challenged at the end and still get the win?
I'm just proud of our guys for pushing through. That's something we didn't have in the past, and everybody came to a collective group, and we knew we had to fight for the last possessions and came out with the win.
I felt like you've been asked something similar, but
All right, so that was a little taste of Modest Buzelis in the victorious Bulls locker room after tonight's game. Shout out to Goat for getting that footage and doing his great job on that Bulls beat at the UC. So, Modest walked us through some of those hammer dunks tonight, which is a lot of fun. He also put any people's ongoing concerns at ease with the ankle on that shot that he came down on, landed on that Pistons player, tweaked it a little bit, but came back in, took his free throws, knocked him down. You love to hear that, but I think what caught my ear the most, Uncle Will, was what he said at the beginning when he was talking about the fast start tonight, as opposed to the slow starts that we saw in every preseason game and the slow starts that bled into this preseason from most of last season's games, when instead of holding off their opponent's rally late in the game and they're holding off their comebacks, the Bulls were the team in the hole trying to dig themselves out.
Yeah, and that's what they need to have happen, right? Because what was the one thing that we've heard year after year after year? The old statement, well, we got punched in the mouth early and we didn't respond.
Yeah.
Right? The Bulls, they kind of like the fighter that comes out, right, and the guy sticks his glove out, and the Bulls basically just said, nah, batted it down and just started, dropping haymakers on him. Now, Detroit wouldn't go away, but that's kind of some unexpected behavior from what we normally see from this Bulls team. They come in, they kind of get into the flow. They're more reactionary than, the aggressor. But, you guys talked about it. I talked about it. Goat talked about it. They came flying out of the starting blocks. They were ready to play tonight. So you do that against Detroit. Now you're playing a team that is probably more physical on a whole.
Yeah, that's
especially of how those guys will play on the perimeter against our guards. So are you ready for that physicality, and will you match it from the tip, or do you have to then ramp it up to try to match it? So that'll be interesting to see if they can go 2 for 2 as far as starts go. I'm going to make a statement, and some people may take this as a negative.
Okay.
Some people take it as a basketball jersey.
But it's actually a positive step in the right direction for this organization. And some people, I'm going to see if you guys can figure out what I'm saying here.
Okay.
Modest is going to prevent Josh Giddey from making the All-Star team.
Interesting theory.
Modest is going to prevent Josh Giddey from making the All-Star team.
Because Modest is the one finishing all of the highlight reel plays that Josh Giddey is setting up for him, or
because of a guy like Modest, and as you see right here, you guys are the perfect example. I'm gonna throw this out there.
Thank you.
While we were at that commercial break, we said we had video for Modest. We had video from Vooch. And we had video from Giddey.
Mm-hmm.
You guys wanted the Modest video.
Oh, yeah.
First.
All right, first.
Because Sarah was still editing the Giddey video, by the way. Just to clarify. I don't want you to throw me under the Giddey hater bus, Perdue.
No.
Told you.
It doesn't have anything to do about being a Giddey
I'll
hater.
second that. I
That's
wanted
not the
Modest
point.
first, too.
The point is that, and that's what the fans want as well.
I think so.
Okay? Because
Face the
that's
franchise now.
If you talk to people, why are you watching a team that's probably going to have between
35 and 40.
35 and 40 wins.
Yep.
Right? Well, I want to see, first and foremost, that's the answer, right? I want to see Modest Buzelis, see how much he's improved. But think about it, and this will be my statement throughout the year. I talked about that Giddey, in my opinion, if he picks up where he left off, is on the fringe of making the All-Star team. But I think because of the rise of Modest, Giddey's numbers are going to fall a little bit to what they were last year. Because now, with the improvement of Modest, there's more offensive weapons on this team. Remember last year, Modest wasn't an offensive weapon.
Right.
Okay.
No, not until the final stages of the season.
But he was just more of a slasher.
Yeah.
He wasn't really a scorer.
Catch and shoot guy.
Yep. But still trying to figure the game out. He's obviously taken the next step, but we got to make sure we don't just, throw him into superstar status too quickly.
Right.
But
too late
as you pointed out, as I watched the game, he was smooth.
Yeah.
He didn't look like he was forcing the action. Feel like he played within his limitations.
I said these things.
Right? And so what were Giddey's numbers? Real quick.
He put up 19 points on 5 of 12, 11 dimes, 5 boards, 6 turnovers, 5 fouls.
Right? But that's...
Oh, and a block. Didn't want to short him a block.
Okay, but without... What did Modest have? 21?
Yeah, 21.
Without Modest's 21, all of a sudden now Giddey has... How many did he have?
He had 19.
He probably has 24, 25, right? And he probably is doing a little better on the rebounding numbers. But this to me is a positive.
Yeah, it is.
It's unfortunate for Giddey,
Right.
but he'll take that sacrifice if Modest can continue to do this on a consistent basis. I'm not saying he's going to average 21, but I think he's a guy that can average between, 13 and 17.
Okay. I think also, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like you're saying also on a much smaller scale. It's much smaller scale. It's like when Michael Jordan was asked to involve the teammates a little bit more.
Right.
So then everybody could share in that, and then that way everybody wins doing it that way.
But I also think, as we
Much
talked about, and I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but when you hear Giddey talk the game, he's on a different level. He's like a savant.
Yeah, we've had that discussion. Yeah,
Okay.
I remember.
But I think he also he sees it himself that he's a lot more trustworthy of Modest now than he was last year. Because what did we talk about with Modest was we love the effort, we love the chip on his shoulder, just maybe trying a little too hard.
Yeah, rookie stuff. Yeah.
And so, I think I listen, I know it's only one game, but I also liked a lot of things that I saw in the preseason. But now you go to Orlando against a physical team. That's still going to be an area where he's going to struggle a little bit, okay? But how does he control his emotions, and how does he find a way throughout the flow of the game to be impactful if he struggles to get to the rim, right? And, yeah, he's got to do better on defense, but I was impressed, with what I've seen in the preseason in game 1. I know we got a long way to go, but, and I think he flirts with that line of confidence and arrogance very well.
Yeah,
right?
Agreed.
I know if you just listen to him, you probably think he's arrogant. But the main thing I like is when you hear his teammates talk about him and his desire to be better, and him making that statement that he wants to be most improved player.
Yeah.
Says a lot about, his accountability and how hard he wants, to be successful at this game.
Before we head to OT to find out who the Goon of the Night is and read y'all super chats, quickly, Sarah, do we have that piece of Giddey from the locker room now that's ready to go? Let's go ahead and hear from Mr. Josh Giddey after the Bulls win tonight.
We kind of have to do things by committee, and when a guy like Kobe goes out, that opens up different opportunities for different guys, and I thought, we had a really, really team-oriented win tonight, and that's the way it's got to be with us. We have to do it by committee, both sides of the ball, and when you have 6 guys in double digits, it makes life a lot easier for one particular player that has to do more than they need to. So, credit to the group. The bench was awesome tonight, kept us afloat when our starters didn't go on a good run, and kept us in the game.
When you see a big lead like that.
So that was Giddey after the game, and credit to him. And credit to him for saying, "Hey, it was a W by committee tonight," because it was.
Yeah.
This team is missing Kobe, their punchiest scorer.
Yeah.
And they chipped in. It got a little tight, a little uncomfortable down the stretch, but they found a way to get it done. Credit to him. I'm not even going to say anything about what he's wearing.
No, I'm just saying.
in the locker room.
I'm glad that was ending because he clearly was on his way to talk to Bruce Wayne.
Clearly.
And talk to him, you know what I mean?
Clearly.
About who he's taking out. That dude was ready for some villainry with that kind of outfit
Yikes.
on.
And with that, let us go to overtime here on CHGO Bulls postgame. Just a reminder to anybody watching on our various streaming services, appreciate you. If you want the bonus coverage, just head to allchgo.com.
Yeah. That jacket counts as another turnover.
Yeah, okay. Shout out BR, because that's a funny joke. And you know what? Like, looking at what Josh did tonight, there was some eye test stuff where I was like, eh. There was some eye test stuff where I was like, hey.
Yeah.
And the box score, I think, kind of mirrored that tonight. I think some nights it varies.
Yeah.
If Josh Giddey did not have 6 turnovers tonight, I would be sitting here saying, great game, Josh. Even though I saw him get cooked on defense. Guess what? Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Happens to plenty of Giddey's Bulls teammates.
Yeah.
It's not just him getting cooked.
It's true.
Were it not for the 6 turnovers, I'd say great game, Josh. Instead, tonight, I'm saying good game, Josh.
It was a good game. I thought he had a good game.
And a couple of, like, peak Giddey dimes down the stretch when the Bulls were going bucket for bucket to protect that lead.
It could have went any kind of way in that fourth quarter. Because remember that turnover that happened with Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, that was
Billy
rough.
Donovan caught that challenge on that they reversed and called a foul.
Shout out Billy.
And got him that opportunity back at the free throw line. Because remember, he went 1 out of 2 at the free throw line before that, which even got Detroit in that kind of situation. So, and as I was discussing with the intelligent Will Perdue, that was definitely on Detroit and their coaching staff because that timeout should have been called after they inbounded the ball. After they rewarded the basketball, they should have gotten up court. Then you can take your timeout, after that. But if you call immediately right there, that gives Billy and those guys a chance to look it over, to think about it, and to take that challenge. And shout out to Billy for being 2 for 2 on the challenges. That was huge. But I don't think Josh Giddey had a great game at all. He had a shot tonight that was probably the worst looking shot I had ever seen in a
Making
while.
Summer League Dalen Terry look like Larry Bird.
It was ugly, but it didn't stop him. What I like about him is those things don't deter him. He continues to put pressure on the other team. Like that's, for me, it's his crossover. And that for me is his, behind the back stuff. Is him just barreling down at you and going at you. And he knows in some ways how to do it and when to pull up and shoot a little floater and get fouled and get to the free throw line. And that's why he had 11 attempts at the free throw line tonight. That was huge, him getting to the line that many times for the Bulls, because the other person that got there that many times was Modest Buzelis, and he had 7. So those kind of things kind of set the tone for your team with how aggressive they're going to play and how aggressive they're going to be.
So 2 things. I think we're going to have to seriously decide who has the better flow. Is it the GOAT or is it Giddey?
Oh,
The GOAT.
Goat.
The GOAT.
Bears are favorite.
We back our own here.
Yeah.
Goat.
No, I get it. I get it.
That's
but
a hot take.
I don't know. But I don't know.
Giddey's also hot wearing fur in an NBA locker room.
Hey man, he
But
ready for the outside.
think maybe for the next show, Sarah, you can basically take Peck's flannel and put it on Giddey, and take Giddey's fur and put it on Peck.
Oh,
and
you don't think Peck got that in his closet right now? What should be?
he's got the Bruce Wayne in his
think,
closet.
He got it ready to go.
I think my sister called dibs on a few of my dearly departed grandmother's furs. I have 0. Don't want any either.
Listen, I have this vision right now of Peck with the goatee getting ready for Halloween. I am Batman.
I'm gonna be here on Halloween watching Bulls basketball, buddy.
My backman.
I've never, I think you get to a point in your life where your costumes just let the kids have their costumes and they're fun.
Speaking of fun. Oh, it's about that time.
We gonna find something out, Dave?
Sarah Bear, if you please, hit me one time with it, cause we're gonna go another night.
Gonna
See the
find
strap.
out. Gonna find out.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man now. I'm the man. Woo!
Goon of the night. It is time. That's what you're all here for. I know it, and I appreciate that. Thank you for being here for this wonderful segment that we do called Goon of the Night. Doesn't have to be the best player. Could be the best player. Doesn't even have to be a player. It's just who you felt was Goon worthy that had to do with the Chicago Bulls this evening. Matt Peck, I will start with you. Who is your Goon of the Night?
Well, quick reminder and shout out to Goat, who nominated Modest.
Yeah.
I think that's a great vote for tonight's game because not only was he dunking all over people, he was then flexing on said people afterward in several of those occasions, which you'll have to see. But to not double up right out of the gate, I'm going to give my nomination to Lee Patrick Williams.
Oh, man.
Who did not have the most impactful night on the court. Didn't do anything that made me smack my own face out of stupidity or frustration. Made a couple of nice plays here and there.
He did.
But the one thing I noticed most from Pat tonight was when Jalen Duren gave him a yank by the jersey, pulled him down to the court.
Isaac Yankum.
It was a pretty aggressive foul under the basket. Pat shot up and looked like he was ready to go in the back alley with somebody. Throw down some fisticuffs. It was just like a second and a half of angry stank Pat face. But I've never seen that.
Yeah, you're right.
Certainly don't see it regularly.
Well, Jack Dempsey and Tom
When you're
O'Leary.
talking about where Pat's role is on this team, he played 17 minutes off the bench tonight. That was the third most number of bench minutes behind Herter and Io. Who is this guy? Who is this player?
He's league.
We saw him do some stuff in preseason, and we're like, hey, okay.
Damn it.
It's almost worse than $90 million they gave you. But
damn it.
I want more. I want more angry Pat. Somebody light a spark under this man.
That's Lee, baby.
How many times does he have to lose his starting job to be like, oh, I better go out there and fight harder and play harder? He got yanked to the ground by somebody tonight, and he stood up to a bully tonight. I would have loved to see them actually go to blows. Why not? It's Bulls Pistons.
Why not?
Purdue, you know these things. They happen all the time. It's Bulls Pistons for crying out loud. So I'm going to give my vote to Pat because he showed some emotion.
Wow. Well said. That's a little quick there. Will Perdue, 4-time champ.
So I'm going to go with Trey Jones.
Oh, nice. Talk to me.
Because it wasn't just the 12 points, it was the 8 assists. I thought he set the tone early offensively, because he was the one, in my opinion, that was attacking the rim. And if he didn't have the assist in that first quarter, he had the hockey assist. He was the one that initiated the pass, that led to the pass, that led to the bucket. And I thought he was aggressive, and I'm really glad the Bulls re-signed him because of his ability to step in and just play while Kobe is out. So think about how now he's going to solidify that second unit when Kobe comes back and he goes back to that second unit. But I just thought his play was sensational. I thought on both ends of the floor. I also thought he did a good job of talking to these guys during dead ball situations.
Yeah, facts.
You know, I thought he checked all the boxes. He was the coach that Billy needed on the floor. And, you know, was a big reason why this team played so well early.
Man, Will Perdue, I missed you. Will Perdue, man. Yes.
Trey's a good pick.
Sarah, do you have a goon of the night?
My goon of the night goes to Matt Peck.
Oh, talk to me.
That's a good call.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Matt Peck, behind the scenes, behind the curtains, for all of our lovely listeners, is having some tough times with his body right now. More so his back. And he got up from his probably very comfortable, lovely home and came all the way to West Loop to do this Bulls season opener, pregame, postgame. So I want to give my goon the night to Matt because I would not do what he did. I would stay home and be in bed because he has a hard time walking around right now. And I've never seen you like this, and I feel so bad. And I hope this Bulls win brought some relief to you.
It brought me some joy, and I appreciate the shout out. Playing through an injury But once I'm seated, I'm good. It's just the moving around part is difficult.
Playing through an injury, though.
It's just the walking part.
And I just want to say, this is Matt's flu game, and I want everyone to realize that and understand that he is completely kicking ass. And when, so that's
just like MJ, you know,
like 44 minutes.
People came to see a show. Got to give him a show. Can't not show up.
He's gonna do it, man. Dev, look at Dev. She ain't even look.
Devin is very locked in.
Locked in and go.
She's
locked in.
Do you
Shout
have
out to
a
her.
goon of
She's
the
cranking
night?
out a bunch of our
Do you have a
post-game
goon of the
production
night?
stuff right now.
She doesn't know. She'll get there. She'll
right.
get there.
That's why I like
Devin
good
is our
people on the
intern, but once she goes past that intern role, she will have her goon of the
She
night.
was pending goon of the night.
Pending
from
goon
Dev.
of the night.
Yeah, the only thing I know is that it'll take Peck about 6 minutes to get out of that chair when the show's over.
5.5. I'm gonna help him out. 5.5.
Big Dave's been helping me.
Yeah, I got you.
Whether it's out of this chair or my desk chair over there.
Yeah, I've been the Scottie Pippen to the Jordan of his flu game.
He brought me a seat
You just gotta
cushion.
make sure when you pick him up out of the chair, he doesn't fall forward.
Absolutely. All right, well, goon of the night. Can I get a drum roll? Because I want to make Matt do it. I want to make Matt hit that drum roll.
I got it.
Oh, God, he did it anyway. All right. So I have changed my vote twice.
Oh, my goodness.
What?
2 times. I have changed my vote 2. That's never happened.
Man, he's wavering.
I've never changed it twice before. I've changed my vote twice.
Flippity floppity, give it a zappity.
Flippity flappity flap. Goon of the night absolutely goes to Matt Peck.
Oh, no.
Without a doubt, it goes to Matt Peck.
No.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I object.
Yeah, doubt.
I politely decline.
Double down.
It's the first Bulls win of the regular season. They won their home opener just now. You can't give me that award.
Now,
I will
would
not
also
accept.
like to point out,
Do not accept.
Matt has never accepted a goon of the night that I have given him. He has always, under protest, no, I'm not goon of the night. I'm not taking it. It should go somewhere else. And he's getting it anyway. You couldn't walk, and you came in here to do a show. We saw how you walked and lifted here. We see you with the Theragun over there on your back, just trying to make sure you're all right. You can't even cross the leg because the back is hurting so much.
Can't do it.
And you still sitting here doing a show? What's more goon than that, sir? I'm sorry. Goon of the night is absolutely you. It originally was going to Lee Patrick for the fight.
Yeah.
And then I saw Josh Giddey's code and was like, that's some goon stuff. I think that's some goon stuff right there. That dude's get goon of the night. But, sir, Sarah Bear is correct. All right? What you have done today is some goon stuff, my friend. Absolutely, you are goon of the night.
I would call in. I could not.
You do. Everybody would.
Yeah.
Everybody, man.
That's Matt frickin' Peck.
Matt freaking Peck.
Matt looked at the calendar and said, "This is the Bulls season
That's right,
opener,
dude. Coming in.
and nothing will stop me."
That's right. That's exactly what he said.
Dave, Goat, and everybody else who chimed in was like, dude, stay home.
Yeah.
I was like, it's the season opener.
I said, dude, we have another plan.
LeBron
I got
Peck.
other people in situated. We had a whole nother panel to be
Michael
up
Peck.
Hey, let's
here. And Matt was like,
Peck.
I'm coming.
let's make it very clear.
Sure.
So if people don't believe us, Peck, I think, will not make this public knowledge, but I will.
Gee, oh, great. I love when I hear that to preface a Will Perdue sentence. That's never come to bite me in the ass before.
So all the viewers that are still watching,
Oh, I missed him.
because he's in so much pain, I think he plans on grabbing an adult diaper so he doesn't have to get out of bed because it's too painful.
What? Is that where you were going? Yo, Will Perdue.
No. Look, it's not just a trip to the bathroom. It's a trip anywhere right now. It's difficult. I can't walk more than a few feet. But no, I have proudly, not once yet in my adult life, needed to purchase myself some adult diapers.
Shout out to you for that, sir. Well done. Will Perdue, I missed you so. I really did.
But he's walking like he needs some.
Fair. That is fair.
That's right.
I got up out of my chair to greet you when you arrived today, and you're like, oh, buddy. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, even that. He got up out of the chair just to greet Will Perdue. For no reason at all.
I miss my
would have
buddy.
understood.
I miss my buddy.
Oh, my back is broken. It's all right. I'll understand that he's sitting down. Nope, getting up. Gonna shake his hand.
Carm brought some friend or somebody
he
through
gave
here
me a
earlier
hug
today.
and he never got fully upright.
My spine looks like a candy cane. It's great. But yeah, like whoever that was that Carm brought through the office earlier today, I was like, oh, hey, I stayed seating. Nice to meet you. I'd stand up, but I'm back. But Purdue, of course I'm standing up for Purdue.
That's Goon.
So I was like,
Goon behavior, ladies and gentlemen.
So do you have like one of those rolling chairs in your house so you can roll into the kitchen?
My desk chair is a rolling chair.
Oh.
And I haven't gotten to that level of embarrassingly broken yet.
Okay.
I'm just hobbling.
The next one is the real long stick.
Oh.
That's coming soon.
With the suction
I got
cup on the end.
I got all the remotes lined along the couch's armrest. What do I need a stick for?
What was the Seinfeld issue where George had the cooler inside the arm of the couch?
Oh, man. Right. When he was on vacation. The summer
best.
of George.
It's incredible what they're doing with
what's going on, Jerry?
easy living reclining furniture these days. Yeah. You can find all kinds of coolers in your armrests.
This is true. This is very true.
Okay, we got to knock out some super chats before we get out of here. Shout out to everybody who hung out with us tonight in that chat, threw us some likes. Make sure you're subscribed. Schwo with $9.99. Don't overreact. It's just game one. Don't overreact. It's just game one. Modest is a star. Giddey is better than Cade. Bulls are winning the East. Go Gottlieb. Still has perfect hair. We are so back. Appreciate you, Schwo. AK with a $9.99 super chat saying, Matt, I too thought the Bulls would lose tonight. Mid-third quarter Pistons brought physicality, started punking the Bulls, and the Bulls let go of the rope. Good win. 1 down. 81 to go.
81 to go, baby.
I believe you mean 82 or 83 to go. AK with the $4.99 super chat saying, P. Will with some emotion tonight. There you go. That's what I'm saying.
He had it.
Turned that into a double-double. 4 points and 4 rebounds. Which was 4 more than Okoro and Terry combined. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that is true. He scored 4 points more than Okoro. Do you know that Isaac Okoro had 5 more fouls committed than points scored tonight?
Yeah, 0 points.
5 fouls. That's a Keith Bogan special.
Yes, it is. It is a Keith Bogan stat line. All 4 players of the Bulls are in double figures.
Hilarious.
Starters.
Shout out to our pal Yuta who threw us a super chat saying, getting my dose of serotonin from Matas and a Bulls W. That's right. That's right. And Schwo with one last super chat saying, Billy and Ben Johnson win challenges. Flus is pissed.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, who? I don't know what you're talking about.
I have no idea who that is.
Is Matt Eberflus at the level of bald-headed menace as far as Chicago sports fans and he who must not be named anymore?
He's close.
Because, of course, a few weeks back when it was Bears-Cowboys, everybody was like, oh, we got to bring up the Flus storyline of all this.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I was like, who?
No?
I was like,
do we have to?
Care anything about this human being. It's all right. Bears, baby.
Also, shout out Jason Ashland, who I see back in the chat. Where were you all off season, Jason Ashland? Enjoying your life, not stressed about the Bulls? Good for you. Congratulations. Who said Bulls are #1 in the Eastern Conference? Got to say it while we can. That's right.
He's saying a fact.
Ever the optimist, Jason Ashland. Welcome back to the chat.
Yes, sir.
With that, let's say goodnight because it's well past Uncle Will's bedtime. And he's got to go take the dog for a late night walk.
Oh, yes.
I do.
That's what he does.
Yes,
happy to have him. Look forward to seeing you again around here.
For real.
Hopefully very soon.
Absolutely.
I'm neighborhood watch.
There you
Problem is, I'm the guy looking in the windows.
It's a co-trust situation. You like, hey, if you're looking at my windows, I'll give you a show. Give me a show if I'm looking into yours. I'm glad.
He's 7 feet tall.
I'm glad
so
we don't live in
looking
the
at
same neighborhood.
windows,
Follow the 4-time champ Will Perdue 32 on the Twitter machine. Big Dave's of Balby at WL Sports. I'm Bulls _Peck. We are CHGO _Bulls. Follow the GOAT Will Gottlieb. Shout out to Queen of the Controls Sarah Bear tonight. Always bowling down. Oh, Jelly with a last second super chat. What a way to start the season. I need to give my CHGO tithing to keep this momentum rolling. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Jelly. Sir. Shout out also to Dev hanging out with us, helping out with some post-production stuff. Shout out to Tony and everybody else helping behind the scenes as well. Steve and everybody. Bulls win.
Bulls
1
win.
and 0.
Oh, baby.
We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. See you, be good. Have a great night.
Love y'all.
Bulls win.
Peace.
Bulls win.
We all silly like the mayor.